if you were born at the end of January, April, July, or October, then your incarnation cross in human design is the right angle cross of the 4 ways. Depending on what your profile is, this can change your incarnation cross, and exactly what day you were born will change your incarnation cross, but generally speaking, those born at the end of January, April, July, or October have the purpose of the 4 ways, which is what my purpose is, my incarnation cross in human design. And for those of you that are like, what is that word? Again, my ebook breaks down every single word in human design, so you never have to wonder what any of these words are ever again. But for the sake of this explanation, your incarnation cross is your purpose in human design. And the 4 ways, I had this insight the other day, and that's why I made that video about this incarnation cross and those of us that have this purpose, because I myself, when I was younger, like deciding, you know, I was so conditioned to be like, oh, apply to colleges your senior year of high school, and you gotta find a good college to go to, and know what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. And I was so conditioned, but I had like to follow that path, even though it didn't really feel right for me. And I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, I was so lost. I had no idea what I wanted to do for my career. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to decide that at 18? So I was so lost, and I just like went pre-med and majored in biology because, you know, you make a lot of money if you go to medical school and graduate from medical school, supposedly. And then halfway through my second year, I think, or I don't remember when, but I wanted to change my major to psychology because that was what interested me more than biology, and I didn't want to take organic chemistry. And so I switched my major to psychology, and then, well, I was like, well, I don't want to be a psychologist, like I don't want to be a therapist, but I'm still interested in psychology, and what was calling me then at the time was neuroscience, and still I was like, I don't have any idea or any clue what I want to do with this degree, but I'm interested in these things, so I'm just going to major in them and take classes related to them. And I love neuroscience, and that's how I ended up moving to Colorado. I was in South Carolina at the time in college, and I ended up transferring to Colorado because they had a neuroscience major, and that was really what I just wanted to learn about and like study, even though I was like, what am I going to do with that? Become a researcher? Like, that does not sound fun. Like, I had taken scientific research classes and labs as a biology major and like really hated the whole scientific study process and knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. But again, it was just like, I don't know what else to put as my major because this is what interests me. And then I ended up transferring out here so that I could get in-state tuition and not have to pay like an absorbent tuition fee every year as an out-of-state student. And that didn't end up working out. So I literally had this like existential crisis where I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? If I don't go to college and get a degree, like what am I going to do with my life? Like what is my purpose? What am I going to do? Am I just going to have to work like retail jobs forever? Like, what am I going to do? And this was like almost 10 years ago now. But I feel like that's really the kind of path of those people with the incarnation cross of the 4 ways, is to like have that kind of struggle of like, what's my purpose? And then we like through that struggle, we find it. And then we help other people with their purpose and find their path. So that was kind of like the insight I had to make that video, or why I made that video. And that's my theory, is that we're really all here with that purpose. If you have that purpose in your human design chart, to like struggle to find yours, and then once you feel like you're in a groove with it, like help other people with your own journey and your own story find theirs.